Hi all, welcome back to my channel Learn World. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത് കാർനോട്ട്സ് തിയറത്തിൻ്റെ ഡെഫിനീഷൻ, തിയറം, എഫിഷ്യൻസി, യൂസ് ഒക്കെ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടാണ്. സോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എൻ്റെ വീഡിയോ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടാൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ തൊട്ടടുത്തുള്ള ബെൽ ഐക്കൺ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. ആൻഡ് പ്ലീസ് ഡു ലൈക്ക്, ഷെയർ ആൻഡ് കമൻറ്റ് ഓൺ. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ വീഡിയോയിലോട്ട് പോകാം. സോ ഫസ്റ്റ് തന്നെ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് ഫൗണ്ടർ ഓഫ് കാർനോട്ട് എഞ്ചിനാണ്. സാഡി കാർനോട്ട്. ഹി ഈസ് ദ ഫൗണ്ടർ ഓഫ് കാർനോട്ട് എഞ്ചിൻ ഇൻ ദ ഇയർ 1824. He was a French engineer, the founder of science in thermodynamics also. He is the first man to recognize the relationship between work and heat. So let's move. Here we are discussing about the introduction. Okay, a system which undergoes Carnot cycle is called Carnot engine. It's the most idealized heat engine. It has maximum possible efficiency and also very powerful too. And also it's a reversible engine. Carnot engine operates on three main assumptions. The first one, it is free from friction and other imperfections of the actual engine. The second one, it operates between source of constant high temperature and the sink of constant low temperature. It absorbs all heat and rejects unused heat to sink. The third one, the cycle consists of four main operations and it's perfectly reversible. So moving on to the main parts of the Carnot engine. We have four main parts. For the first one, cylinder with perfectly non-conducting walls and conducting bottom with a frictionless piston. The second one, source of heat, infinite thermal capacity denoted by T1 Kelvin, and it's a hot reservoir. And the third one, sink with infinite thermal capacity T2 Kelvin with cold reservoir. And the last one, non-conducting platform. Moving on to the working cycle. The working cycle consists of quasi-static process. The Carnot cycle is called A, B, C, D, A, and we have four main operations which is perfectly reversible. The first operation from A to B, isothermal expansion. The second one, B to C, adiabatic expansion. The third one, C to D, isothermal compression. The fourth one, D to A, adiabatic compression. From A to B, the heat comes in, and from C to D, the heat goes out of the engine. Discussing about isothermal expansion from A to B, a cylinder with working substance placed on the source, amount of heat absorbed Q1 to balance the temperature. When the gas expands slowly, the gas is taken from P1 V1 T1 to P2 V2 T2. Here the total change in internal energy is 0, but the heat absorbed by the gas is equal to the work done by the gas on the environment. So Q1 equal to RT1 log V2 by V1, so denoted as equation number 1. From B to C, adiabatic expansion, the cylinder with working substance is placed on a non-conducting platform. Here the system is thermally insulated. Temperature lowers to T2, so the gas expands adiabatically from P2 V2 T1 to P3 V3 T2. Therefore, W1 equal to R by gamma minus 1 T1 minus T2. Here this equation is denoted as equation 2. And from C to D, isothermal compression, the cylinder with a working substance placed on sink, there is a tendency to raise the temperature, so the system rejects Q2 amount of heat to sink to keep the temperature constant. So the gas is compressed isothermally from the state P3 V3 T2 to P4 V4 T2. Here the work done on the gas by environment Q2 equal to RT2 log V3 by V4 and denoted as equation number 3. And moving on to next process D2A, adiabatic compression. The cylinder placed on a non-conducting platform. The gas here is compressed adiabatically. So the system has to regain its original position. The temperature rises. So the work done equal to minus R by gamma minus 1 T1 minus T2 equation number 4. Work done in cycle W1 is equal to minus of W2. So when we add these together, it will cancel each other. So the total work done by the gas W equal to Q1 minus Q2. That is RT1 log V2 by V1 minus RT2 log V3 by V4. From the graph BC and DA, V3 by V4 equal to V2 by V1. So from the equation 6 substituting in 5, we got that W equal to RT1 log V2 by V1 minus RT2 log V2 by V1. So the work done in cycle W equal to RT1 minus T2 log V2 by V1. Next, we are discussing about the efficiency of the heat engine. It mainly depends on the temperature of source and temperature of the sink. Also, it does not depend on the working substance. T1 minus T2 is always less than 10 T1, efficiency always less than 100%. So, to find out the efficiency of heat engine, eta equal to R T1 minus T2 log V2 by V1 by R T1 log V2 by V1. So, we get T1 minus T2 by T1. Take T1 outside, so we get eta equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. So this is the efficiency of heat engine. Next, we have to discuss the uses of Carnot engine. There is only one point, that is to increase the internal energy to work. So here the discussion about the Carnot engine is over, and thank you.